Ambassador Dr. Osita Offor, the ultimate commander, the undisputed world heavyweight wrestling champion, the Commonwealth heavyweight champion of the champion, that's right. I'm from Umunoch, Obahanato precisely, in Umunoch, Abia State. I'm a wrestler. I'm a professional wrestler. I'm also a businessman. That's who I am. Well, you see, by my nature, I don't like politics. And but at the same time, I am born to fight for the people. All I do since I came of age has been fighting for the people, for the downtrodden. All I want to do has always been helping the people. Has always been how will people benefit from my God-given talent. But I realized that my individual help or my individual capacity is not enough to help everyone. When I mean everyone in quote. So I needed a platform that can actually boost my capacity to touch lives, because I believe so much that I am because my people lives, and they live because I am. So the only alternative, or let me use the right language, the only platform that I see right now that could change the laws that will help me help the people is going to the National Assembly. If I go into the National Assembly as an elected officer of the National Assembly, as a senator, it gives me the room, the opportunity, the enablement to actually deepen the help that I want to render to my people. In Abia State, we have 3 senators. And when you look at the 3 senators that we have in Abia State, I realize that some of these guys have been senators for a very long time. Some of them that are senators today, they were former deputy governor, they were former governor, they've been a senator before, they came back as a senator, and all of that. These are fine, fantastic people. But the question is, when some of our senators became governor, they were not at the age we are right now. They started so early, and they've been doing so well. But my concern is that these men who have done their best, are their best good enough to deliver the people from the shackles of poverty? Their best, is it good enough to secure the people, to provide the enabling environment for security of life and property? The answer is no. Now, if you do not see this kind of capacity that you want to see in those that represents you, and then you have the capacity, what are you going to do? You just sit down one place and be waiting for Messiah to fall from heaven to come and do the work that we can do ourselves. So I say to myself, I have all it takes, first of all, to win the election. I have all it takes to represent the people. I have the idea. I have the capacity. I already know what I want to do. And I have tried in my little way to collaborate with my senators so we can come together and solve the problems of these people. But it has not worked out, because some of them don't even understand that there are programs that you can push into the program that you can fund or sponsor in the floor of the Senate, and that program will turn around and change the life of millions of people that you may not necessarily put hand in your pocket to, start giving people money one by one. They don't understand that. So I think that the only way to do that is to get involved, and get in an active participation of the process that will elect the next senator, and which you have to go through the political platform. That is why you see me. I saw some people calling me a politician. Then I was like, no, I'm not a politician. But they say you are, because you are running for political office. I'm not running for political office because I want to run for political office. It's just because this is the only platform that can give me the opportunity to create enabling laws that will touch the life of my people. So basically, I'm running for Senate because the people want me. The people need me to come and save them from dying. That is why I'm involved. Well, you see, when you talk about the capacity at the Senate and the capacity at the National Assembly, somehow when I hear things like this, I feel like, well, this person has no or little knowledge about my person. I've represented Nigeria in various capacities as a nation, Nigeria as a nation, Africa, black men as a nation. I have represented Nigeria. The National Assembly also gave me a certificate as National Assembly Ambassador to represent them in issues that has to do with peace and conflict, resolution, whatever that involves the youth. So I have been representing National Assembly. I give you a little idea so you understand where I'm coming from. I've represented Nigeria to the point of going to the US Congress to discuss Nigeria, the issue that have to do with Nigerian insecurity. I'm sure President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan will be living witness, because when I traveled to the USA to meet with with the US Congress, I did not travel as an ultimate commander, as an individual. I traveled as an ambassador of the Nigerian National Assembly. And when I got there, I discussed the issue. I represented Nigeria so well. We discussed deeply on the issues of the Niger Delta. It was through there a lot of discussions came up, and along the line, the former Inspector General of Police, Michael Kiro, came up with a document that finally today we have what you see today as an amnesty. Before you got American to ask to approve the international amnesty, someone went and had a meeting, and they called the then Vice President, the former President of Nigeria, very Goodluck Jonathan. It was part of what I think that not every Nigerian can do. I want to industrialize Abia North. It is only in the Senate that you can look at the laws that enables you to do certain things. And if you are not a member of the Senate, you cannot sponsor those bills that will give you the platform to be able to actually industrialize the Abia North. Then the question becomes, are you an executive? I am not an executive. That is the reason why I need to push for laws that will allow me as the senator of the people to actually execute projects that can touch the life of the people directly. I understand that some of our brothers, one of the former senators, pushed for a bill for agricultural loan and stuff like that. But the question is, after that, what happened? It was hijacked. He never had, he couldn't go beyond his powers. Our people never benefited, unless not to my knowledge, from that anchor borrower that he was part of. It was hijacked from him. He couldn't do much. But in my own capacity as a senator, every law that I'm going to sponsor, I am going to push, I must first of all know how this will benefit my people and beyond my people from the Abia North. So I planned to do a certain project, certain things that will turn around the life of the people, that will eradicate poverty and stuff like that. But maybe some of these things may not have the enabling law backing it up. So I need to be at the Senate to create those laws, to foster those laws, to push those laws, to support those laws, those bills that can help us do what we're supposed to do, so that this issue of insecurity becomes a thing of the past. So I understand my job as a senator, not just about making law, but this time everybody has been making law, but this time I want to make laws that will touch the downtrodden. Not just law because they're a legislator. I want to make laws that as I'm making this law that I'm making, also I will be able to implement it by myself to touch the life of my people. So that is one of the motivation behind my aspiration. Yes. First of all, when you look at my manifesto here, my manifesto said my vision for Abia North industrialization and the ultimate liberation agenda. So when you're talking about the ultimate liberation, what are you liberating the people from? I want to liberate them from poverty. I want to liberate my people from insecurity. I want to liberate my people from perpetual slavery. So how can you do this? I have one or two partners that I know that are willing to help. I have a lot of rural developmental projects that I knew that if I let it out, many people will hijack it. So when I get to the Senate, I wouldn't want a situation whereby I want to do something for my people, then I need to go and get another signatory from one person or the other. So I just have to go there, push the laws I want to push, and this law will be there forever. And anyone that has that kind of capacity that I'm having right now will be able to help his people. One of it is to promote laws that will foster rural industrialization, that will create massive job creation, massive job opportunities, massive job for the youth, and eradicate insecurity, which will ensure a safer environment in Abia North. So for you to have such a thing happen, you are not the executive governor of the state. Neither are you a local government chairman. You are a legislator. So for you to do that, we need to look deep into the laws to see if there ways that laws can back you, because sometimes you want to do project, someone else that you send, because nobody has been in my dreams or on my visions to know exactly what I want to execute. So I know this personally, and because I'm the originator, I am the initiator. So I want to make sure that I follow it as the dream comes. Everything I want to do in Abia North snap on my head every minute. Once I close my eyes, I'm seeing the picture on my head. So once I woke up like this, sometimes I want to brush or do something, I'll be seeing the picture of the new Abia North, how Abia North is going to look like. So I am the only one who have been, do I use the language, I've been tormented several times by keeping this inside my head alone. So I want to pour it out. Number two, I want to promote laws, enable our people to access grants and investment funds for our farmers and the micro traders. When I say micro traders, I know some people may not really understand the importance of saying you want to promote laws for these people. Somebody will tell you, oh, we have microfinance bank, we have people, we have what do you call them? What do you call these people? Different kind of fund that will give them as loan. No, this is not the type I'm talking about. I'm talking about micro traders, because when you strengthen the micro traders, there is funds all over the places on the street. Everybody, the job there, these people will create a loan, will shock you. And then when you're talking about Nigeria inflation going high, it's because the micro traders or microeconomic of the nation have been ignored. If we strengthen them, you get better economic boom than even printing billions or trillions of money every blessed day. So that's why it's very key. Micro traders are very, very key. So I consider them priority. So that first thing is this: they know the business they want to do. They understand this business, whether they go to school or not. They understand the business. So, but right now, what I want to do is to digitalize their knowledge in such a way of when they have access to all this kind of thing, then they will be able to be trained, and they operate the latest technologies, and that will earn them foreign currency at the international market. Because I'm going to create a synergy. I'm going to build a synergy between my people and then the Standard Organization of Nigeria. So they supervise, they checkmate, they make sure that every product being produced by my people are of international standard, so that our people becomes exporter of what they consume, and also produce, of what they produce, and those who consume what they produce. By so doing, the inflation and all these challenges we're having here and there will automatically eradicate. Then I want to create an economic pipeline. When I say economic pipeline, somebody will be wondering, how do you mean? You want to build a pipeline from Abia State to Niger Delta to Lagos State? But when I say economic pipeline, here is what I mean. In Abia State, and you know Abia State are known for agriculture, but the people who are involved in these areas, most of them are in the rural communities. So because they live in the rural communities, most of the things they produce it. They don't have access to the urban city. So, and even if they manage to say, okay, we manage to bring out whatever we have produced, the transport cost alone make it so high, and by so the product becomes higher than expected. So I'm going to be a bridge I'm going to be a bridge between these people and the urban city by building bridges, by creating road network that will channel directly from their farms to the urban city. And then when you have this kind of a thing, here is the benefit. There will be no area that people will say, oh, this area is the where we have this or where we have that, because everywhere will be so busy. Then, and why I'm going to do that, it will also enable us to put our satellites in terms of securing their farms and whatever they produce. Then we also because when some of these people start this kind of projects, you see some of them have one health challenges or the other. So my intention is to build a specialist kind of hospital. This is why I need to be at the Senate. I want to build a specialist kind of, I call it leadership institute, where I could be able to, the professors will be exchanging professors from all over the world, train them. And then those that, like our women, nobody goes to hospital anymore in Abia North to go and spend their money. The little money they earn will be saved in the pocket, because I'm going to build a specialist kind of a specialist hospital that can take care of their needs. Then I will step it up from there, complementing it with education. Then from education, I will also, because right now our people, they use manual. What they do currently in my place is what is called manual farming. And when they are doing the manual farming, you know the after effect, the repercussion bounce back to their waist, their nails, their elbow. So you have to have where these people goes to take care of themselves, especially our aged ones, our persons with disability and all of that. Now, if you finish all of this, you did not really produce a sound transport system. It's still the same thing. The people will go there and be taking them to the city, charging them so high and all of that. So that's why I also going to build what is called eco transport system that will create a micro economic boom in Abia North. This eco transport system, this is something I think for more than 10 years I have been on this project, because I wanted to have an eco transport system that covers all West Africa and some part of Central Africa like Cameroon. You cannot be robbed inside any of these vehicles, any of these buses. You cannot be intimidated. You cannot be charged higher, in any of these buses. Their business is to help. And even though it's going to be digitalized, it's also going to serve as kind of my own contribution, because I am going to make it a standard that a person above 70 years will have nothing to pay. And then farmers that will be using this eco transport system will get it at a very, very, very subsidized, discounted rate. Then you already know about me now. You know what I stand for. I stand for transparency, and I stand for sound policy, and I stand for accountability. Because if you give these people the money, they just go spend the money and nobody to call for accountability, sometimes you look like you're not doing well enough. I'm going to have coordinators in every political ward that will be helping you. Yeah, I just had a meeting with the Widows Association in Ohafia, and I pledged to them that I'm going to be a partner that they will always see. I never knew this interview will come up, but this is who I am. That is what I want to do for my people. I will be having engagement meeting with every member of my senatorial district, organized members, because the widows are automatically going to become, I'm going to be their husband, I'm going to be their son, I'm going to be their partner. So if I am going to be their partner, we must always have partnership meeting. So we're going to be having engagement meeting, engagement discussion, engagement. When I mean engagement, this is, everybody knows that on the 27th of August, so our senator is going to be here. We're going to be having an engagement with him. So what is those problems that bother us? What are those things he promised that he could not do? What are those things that is expected of him that he couldn't? Everybody knows on that 27th of August, which happens to be my birthday, I'm going to be sitting down with these people. Even if I cannot cover everywhere, but I must go to some, maybe do it local government by local government to make sure I hear from everyone. But my plan is to meet with them, if it's possible, zone by zone. Every political zone, I meet you, we discuss. We meet this one. In every local government, they have about 3 different political zones. So, and all that. I will try everything within my power to be part of their day-to-day activities, because the investors and the humanitarians that I'm bringing in to Abia North cannot do the job without my constant participation. I will always come around. I am not those people. Maybe some of these people are job seekers. The ultimate commander, I'm not looking for a job. I am not going into this because, like I said from the beginning, because I want to be a politician, I want to be known. As a matter of fact, I'm so grateful to God because of whom God has made me to be. I was cracking joke with some people. I said, even the poor used to call my family, these poor people. You know you are poor, you know your family are poor, you know your parents are poor. Because why? I don't know if you understand what they call itenko. You know, I was cultivating palm fruit to pay my school fees before the Methodist Church took over gave me a scholarship. I was going to farm, coming back home at time 7, 8, 9 p.m. That is, I don't know how to describe the level of poverty. In fact, okay, maybe this will make you understand what I'm talking about. I was raised by my grandmom. So far mama is angry, I must go to work. So far mama needs something, I must go to farm. I was a hunter. I've killed several animals. I've caught a snake with my bare hand, and I killed the snake with my bare hand on top of palm fruit. I held the snake from up down. I have killed I have killed a grass cutter with my bare hand. I wrestle with animals like no man's business. Do you understand? I've even sometimes you go to to hunt, the dog that other people come will drag animal with the dog, and I will defeat dog most of the times. So I'm not that kind of person that I was born with a golden spoon. So I knew my background, and that background that God kept me, because I have the spirit of David in me, and that God kept me for these people. And today I am the ultimate commander. Nothing will make me turn my back from these people, that because of their grace, God decided to protect me. It's not because I'm a righteous man. In fact, when you consider sinners, I'm one of the sinners. When you call people sinners, I'm one of the sinners. But God decided to show me mercy. So I will never turn my back at them. These people you talk about who are doing politics as their business. While they were busy doing politics, I was also busy doing something. I was not intimidated when I met the likes of Shelton Benjamin in the ring. Why do you think I'll be intimidated meeting a politician who cannot even express himself? It's not possible. I was not intimidated when my head got broken inside the ring at South Carolina in the United States. I still went ahead, I won the fight. I remembered I became NAFNAC ambassador because Professor Dora Akunye watched my fight live on the television, where a wrestler called Exterminator in South Africa broke my leg. I was not intimidated, and at the end of the day I won that battle. So I have never been intimidated, and no one can intimidate me. It's not possible. The men that you are talking about, they should be intimidated by my appearance because they are nobody. They become whoever they are. Either their mother helped them, either their parents. I did not go to regular school like these people because I do not have that opportunity. Maybe you're not getting my point. I am a child of destiny. I'm a destiny child. Do you understand? You see, if I call myself a miracle child, I don't know how you look at it. When some of these people left school, or when they are in the school, they had money to do one or two things. But my own, if I see teacher, I run away because I'm owing. Then when I run away, go to cut pamphlet to come pay, teacher still flog me to let me enter into the classroom. So I was not intimidated then. And then I struggled from beginning of my life to where I am now. Maybe you did not listen very well to my introduction. I said I am the undisputed and undefeated world heavyweight wrestling champion. The only sport that God participated in the Bible was wrestling. When God wrestled with Jacob, and his name was changed from Jacob to Israel. And Jacob was not even intimidated by the presence of God Almighty. So how do you think the ultimate commander, the real ultimate commander is God Almighty? The meaning of ultimate commander is God Almighty. God is the ultimate commander. So how do you think I'll be intimidated by a mere politician who have been using his position to impoverish the people they represent? So they were lucky, and I am not against anyone. But I can never be intimidated by these people because the money they made, the money belongs to the people. The offices they've been handling, holding, all belong to the people. You are a governor, so what? First of all, I just read out a few of my manifesto to you, telling you that my ultimate focus is to create jobs that will eradicate poverty in the life of the people. When I say the life of the people, the youth are involved. I made a pledge. I use this again. I made a pledge when I was speaking to my people in the Munoj. I told them that if I go to the Senate, and this young man that I'm seeing here, after 4 years, they do not have the financial capacity to contest for electoral position of their choices, then don't vote me again. Even if I will have time, even if I want to go back. The youth that we're talking about, okay, maybe I did not break it down. Let me make you understand this thing very well. My intention is to industrialize Abia North. We have a whole lot of forest in Abia North. The insecurity you talk about now, because so much forest everywhere, and the people are hiding inside the forest and all of those things. By the time we redesign all of these forests, using some for agricultural park, using some for industrial park, or using some of the forests for film making, film village, using some of the forex, bring down some of the forex and build industries. Who are the people that are going to be engaged? My partners I'm bringing from abroad, by Nigerian law, they cannot do without the what is called local content. Now, we need you to also work with us, because my plan actually is to train them, take them outside, let them know what the white men know. And some of the agreement I had with my partners is that you will train the indigenous persons to take over in due time. Maybe after you might have recouped your money, or however the arrangement is going to be structured. We are going to engage the youth. We are going to also engage even the elderly ones, because they're going to be so much job that people of Abia North will not be enough to handle all the activities there. We need people to bring sand. We need people to bring water. We need people to just lift something up. We need people to supervise. Many people from various neighboring states and neighboring countries will be relocating to Abia North to come and live in Abia North. Okay, let me tell you. For instance, I designed a program with my company, ESCOM PLC, in partnership. We wanted to go in partnership with Abia State government. We plan to build what is called Airport City. In that Airport City, we'll have a 5-star hotel. I think a 320 bed 5-star hotel. We'll have a 1,000 bed 5-star facility hospital. We'll have about 3,000 industrial shop in it. I think about 5,000 housing estate. Then we have tarmac. We have the airport building itself. Then we have a different section where we're going to build. Currently in Nigeria, I'm not aware, maybe the Air Force has, but I don't know, a standard hangar for servicing and maintenance of aircraft. We don't have. That's why Nigerian aircraft travel all the way to South Africa, to UK to go and maintain their aircraft. So I plan to build all of this, but as God may have it, the CFO that issued was not good enough. And then the government have been waiting to issue the CFO, the one that can accommodate, which we were looking at about 1,500 hectares, to accommodate all the project, because we're going to build some houses. This house we're going to create an artificial water where people can actually, through boat, they go to their neighbor's house, they go to the market square and all of those things. But these are all artificial. So this project could not take place. Probably the government was not in tune with the vision. After celebrating the project, when I visited with Chief Ojiako and then the white partners, we came out, all of us came to Abia State, maybe they could not really get the message very well. For some reason, they have not, till this minute, executed that project. We never needed 1 naira from this government. I remember that we gave them a proof of fund which was verified, and they were telling us, so let's use it for this or let's use it for that. Alongside another project, I'm not part of that one. It was called Enyimba Economic City, and all of that, all this dream died. The fund was there, and that fund, that facility is still available. So I could also do the same thing in Abia North. So when we have such a program that you, as a person, you travel to the United States of America, you want to know what's going on in your house, so maybe your door is open, you can lock your door from the US, from your telephone. You just log on with the app to your telephone. You see exactly what's going on in your compound. Which Nigerian would not want to own a house in Abia North? Tell me. Which white man would not want to own a house in Abia North? You are free to rob. You take your gun, go everywhere you want to go and rob. But you will never cross Abia North. Because the moment you enter Abia North, the camera will capture you. Both seen and unseen camera. So, and once you've been captured, it will be processed into the system. That the only way you can stay for 6 months is that you do not have any business to do with any electronic transaction, maybe way of going to bank or thumbprint or anything. That is the only way you can say, oh, I am too much. Nobody can catch me. No, not here. Wherever you go, Rob, once you enter this area, you'll be captured, and then you'll be properly dealt with. So we're going to have security. I don't even want to talk about the road work and the scholarship and those things. Saying it is an insult. It is the right of the people, not a privilege. You can't tell me, I give 5,000 scholarship. What stop you from building the life of those people you're giving those scholarship so that they themselves can take care of themselves, take care of their children? It is when you impoverish people. Look at our church elders. People, they treat them like they're nobody. So we impoverish people, and then people are living in that situation for a very long time. When they have lived in it for a very long time, you come and say, I give you scholarship, I give you they will, oh, senator is doing well. No, it's not going to happen. Anybody that claps hand that me as a senator, now I'm doing it as an individual, people have the right to clap hand. But if as a senator, I give you scholarship, people clap your hand, I see it as an insult. Because people have to understand that they have all it takes, all the mineral resources, which is part of the law that I'm going to pursue. All the mineral resources in Abia North, we must have access to our wealth. I think this is the summary of youth restiveness and how it's going to be addressed. That is where the relationship comes in. That is where we talk about goodwill. That is where we now talk about capacity. If I know you as my president, and you cannot reason with me to solve the problems of my people, there's no point of knowing you. So if I know the president, and there is need for me to do an event that will touch the life of my people, the president has no choice. I use this language, I have no choice than to oblige, because any good president wants to see good life, wants to see his people living good life. And any president that cannot support his people does not want to be a president of any organization, not just a president of any nation. So I will collaborate with the presidency. Let me use the right language. I will collaborate with the executive, because I don't want to do anything. I'm not going to do anything outside the law. Let me tell you, something happened. I'm sorry to mention them. So many years ago, when the EFCC wanted to appoint me ambassador under the leadership of Dr. Fariza Waziri, they said EFCC Act does not permit them to appoint an individual ambassador because I'm not a member of the commission. My friend then, who is now a minister, Barrister Festus Kam, SAN, came to me and said, ultimate, this is what EFCC wants to do, but no law to back it up. But don't worry, we're coming. They sat down among the legal team, and then they start looking at the constitutional right until they got a window where it was permitted that EFCC have the right to support and identify with individuals who have worked so hard and earnestly to become who he is. That was why you saw me in all the EFCC billboard nationwide. I did that. That collaboration came. That's how I was able to be celebrated by the EFCC then. So the same thing. If you are an executive, whether you're a governor, whether you're a local government chairman, whether you're president, and then there is something that I know that will touch the life of the people, and I am convinced about it, that what I'm doing is the right thing, we will collaborate. If you do not have any enabling law, then we move together to the National Assembly to get that law that will enable us to do those things. Because enough is enough getting people who have no capacity and believing in them that they're going to turn the life of the people around. But before you look around, 4 years is gone, they come back again and start buying the conscience, buying the people conscience to make them remain in the same seat and all those kind of things. So we don't want to continue to experience those things. So it is either you have capacity to collaborate with your president, to collaborate with your local government chairman, with your governor, or you don't have it. And if you don't have it, you are not supposed to be a senator. As in I hear man around me, and that's no nyango bara. Igbo na ati nilu so nyango bara. Oho okpokoro ojiji ọ na-agba. Ọ awu ihe arụ na ango bara mmadụ ebuba ya. Ọ hụzie missile or bomb, I don't know which ihe a na-akpọ ya n'Igbo. Ọ hụzie ogbuligwe, buru isi etie n'ime ogbuligwe. Anwụ agba na ndị be anyị, ebu agba na ndị be anyị. Ndị politicians abịa na kwe ha nkwa dị iche iche, nweghị nke ha mere. Ha try ya na abịa deceive anyị, including myself. Anyị na-esogharị ha. Anyị lerecha n'anya wee sị ozugbo ozuona. Anyị ga-eji aka anyị dozie obodo anyị. Anyị achọghị politicians ya bịa kwa anyị nkwa naba. Ihe anyị chọrọ ndị nwere ihe ha bụ n'ụbụrụ ha chọrọ imere ndị Abia North. And the ultimate commander Osita Offor, enwere m ihe ọbụla eji wee dozie Abia North. Ndị Abia North ya kwadosie m ike maka na onye ọbụla chọrọ ọganiru. Onwe nka ndị na-achị anyị kemgbe eji wee ma na ihe ha na-eme adịghị mma, ma ọ bụ na ha ahụhụ onye ọzọ batara mmemme karịa ha ncha niile, mee ya n'ụzọ pụrụ iche, zọpụta ha na ịta ahụhụ, zọpụta ha na insecurity. Onye na-arahụ ụra omepe ofu anya bọsị ya ka na-arahụ ụra mgbe egbe na-ada ebe niile. Asị m na ozugbo anyị achọghịzi ụmụ anyị ị na-agbagharịzi n'ime ọhịa. Tụnyere m your vote ka ị wee nweta ihe ọma n'ezinụlọ gị. Tụnyere m your vote ka ụmụ gị wee nwee opportunity ha eji were buo mee nne ha na nna ha obi ụtọ mgbe ha gasịrị akwụkwọ. Tụnyere m your vote ka ndị na-agaghị akwụkwọ wee gaa akwụkwọ. Tụnyere m your vote ka ndị mmadụ chere ha baha uru wee baa uru. Tụnyere m your vote ka ndị widows na ndị widower wee nwee food on their table. Tụnyere m your vote ka ndị ụwa na-atụ n'ọnụ, persons with disabilities, ndị chere that the world has come to an end, that the help will never come tomorrow. Ka ha hụ that God still lives in Abia North and God have remembered them. Ụmụnne m ndị Abia North, ụmụnne m ndị ụmụnne ochi, a vote for ultimate commander is a vote for the women. Tụnyere m vote gị na ADC, ibinye aka na ADC, tụnyere m vote gị. Vote gị ga-amụta mkpụrụ rinne nke ga-eme ka ụmụ nwanyị ndị Abia North, ka ụmụ nwanyị ndị Isukwu Atọ, ka ụmụ nwanyị ndị Ọhafịa, ụmụ nwanyị Bende, ụmụ nwanyị ndị Arọchukwu, ụmụ nwanyị ndị ụmụnne ochi wee were nnukwute ugwu ha wee na-aga ebe ọbụla ha na-aga na Nigeria gba gburugburu. Tinyere m your vote, binye aka na ADC, maka mgbe ibinyere aka ADC wee ebe mmadụ na-abụ na-ekwe n'aka. Ibinye aka na ADC, ihe ọma erute Abia North. Ihe niile na anyị bụ n'isi anyị chọrọ ime, ndị mmadụ a na-ahụ ya n'anya. Achọghị m ka I say that na there was a man that was supposed to, but called that there was a man that came under the platform of ADC, became a senator and changed the narratives, the history of Abia North. Ma nwoke ma nwanyị nọ na Abia North ihe we bido debara ha na mma. aga m atụgharị Abia North ka ọ bụrụ ala ọlaedo ebe ndị mmadụ esi ụtụtụ mba dị iche iche wee na-abata na-abịa na-achọta akara aka ha. Tụnyere m vootu, tụnyere ADC vootu ka ihe wee dịrị anyị na mma.